I saw that he was losing weight, which didn't alarm me at first, but it was the night sweats that alarmed me the most, I think, because they were really unusual, not normal. And he didn't go for regular checkups. I don't think guys do as often as they should. I think women are probably more aware of taking care of themselves and going for annual checkups. So I convinced him that he needed to go in and see the doctor because something just wasn't right. So when he came home that night and said, Dr. Holmes says there's something wrong with my liver, I just said, liver? How can there be something wrong with your liver? This was such unexpected news and so out of the blue. They told him that he had a disease that would run its course in about 10 years and that it was fatal if he didn't have a transplant.
Waiting for a liver transplant from a deceased donor is what we thought.
Oh, yeah.
And then as it came out, they recommended that we consider a living donor.
So I sent a letter to friends and family just explaining the situation and that if they were at all interested, they should contact Rochester Mayo Clinic, not us, that we wouldn't have any part of this. They would do this all on their own. I was just amazed at the generosity and bravery of these people who would step forward and say that they were willing to go through a surgery like this. And we just would say, I mean, if this is really something you want to do, call this number. And I think several people did. But a few months later, I got a call from my aunt saying, we think we have a liver for you. And it turned out that it was my cousin. She was going to Mayo and going through the testing process. And when she knew that she was going to be chosen, she didn't call us, her mother did, and said, we have a liver for you. I don't think until it was over, we fully realized what she had done for us.
About 10 years passed, and every year I'd go back for an annual or some other procedure, and eventually my kidneys got bad enough that they said, you're either going to have to go on dialysis or you'll need a transplant. So again.
Oh, I wrote a letter again.
Yeah, went back on the national list for kidney transplant, and they said it would be probably about 2 years, and therefore you probably will end up on dialysis if you wait for a kidney.
And my cousin Pete is the one who called and said, I'm the winner. I get to give you a kidney.
I'm a very blessed person to have had two generous people and a lot of prayers and a lot of other folks
So many
out
people.
there
Yeah.
that have been pulling for us, and we've survived it all. And if you ask me how I felt today, I'm feeling great. Life continues. You know, through organ transplantation, people can reclaim their lives and go on to lead a normal life. It's just a matter of, you know, people thinking, put that D on your driver's license for sure. Nobody, you know, hopes for a tragic thing to happen, but we hear of tragedies all the time. And if by something as tragic as an accident would happen, that parts of you, you could give the gift of life to someone else.